History lessons. Remembering not to forget. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. The sentiment that history repeats itself aspires to common sense and is hard to disagree with. In history lessons of Europe, wars have ended with confiscatory terms of government surrender, inevitably breeding more wars. Revolutions, as those who rose in France and Russia, which gave an individual absolute power, naturally end up as failed empires with brutal dictatorships. Even individuals are subject to such advice. As an example, people who don't learn from their mistakes do not mature. Considering the 19th century wars between France and Prussia, France still demanded that confiscatory terms of surrender to be imposed on Germany after the 20th century's First World War. Therefore, the Second World War came to develop in the shadows of the prior one. After failing to invest in education and infrastructure in Afghanistan, after arming the Mujahideen against the invading Soviet Union in the 80s, America neglected to make the same investments later with Middle Eastern and military campaigns. Then, the Taliban and Al-Qaeda arose. After Stalin's brutal regime of secret police and leader worship, Cuban revolutionaries allowed their charismatic revolutionary leader to seize absolute power. In the 21st century, specific events in Syria have proven a repeated lesson about civil wars, like the Vietnam War, that when great powers intervene to fight proxy battles, conflict becomes protracted. It may be common sense that all of the good things and all bad things about people, and the way that we organize ourselves, are simply going to breed patterns as we continue to make history as a species. It may be that we are simply given to a certain irrationality, which leads us down paths, some disastrous, again and again.
Uniting Europe. People from outside our continent sometimes perceive more clearly than we do just how variably Europe really is. They very plainly see our European achievement not only peace and democracy, but naturally also prosperity, innovativeness, and social security. That why they also expect us to ensure that Europe will not look in walls but play an active role in the world. That is urgently needed. Only by working together can Europe wield the necessary weight to successful champions for trade, sustainable climate protection and common, equitable rules or migration worldwide. When the European Union speaks with one voice, it is heard all over the world. Blind Europe. The Marshall Plan, a USA program providing with to West Europe following the devastation of World War II, may be wide-based a stimulus that see of a chain of events leading to a range of accomplishments. At the completion of the Marshall Plan period, European agricultural and industrial production were markedly high, the balance of trade and related dollar gap much improved, and significant steps had been trade toward trade liberation and economic integration. Historians cite the impact of the Marshall Plan on the political development of some Europe countries and on USA-Europe relations. European Recovery Program assistance is said to have contributed to more positive morale in Europe and to political and economic stability, which helped diminish the strength of domestic communist parties. The USA political and economic role in Europe was enhanced and USA trade with Europe boosted. Although the Marshall Plan has its critics, it offers a solid lesson on how important contemporary forward aid programs truly are.